They are fast and purposeful. For me, swimming is a ticket to a normal life. They do not think of their lives without water. Sport is practically everything that I have. They have no competitors in Ukraine. She swims faster than all the girls in the history of independent Ukraine. They're the best swimmers in Europe of the 2006 to 2007 category. I take my hat off to them. Nastya and Liza are sisters from Donetsk. Nastya is 11 and her sister Liza is 10. Today they are the pride and joy of Ukraine. The girls have been swimming for a number of years. They train hard, compete and swim to victory. They engaged in acrobatics because they needed some kind of sport to keep them busy. They had a huge sea of energy. Nastya was 4 and Liza was a year younger. We learned our joints were hurting, so our mother took us to the local swimming pool to ease the pain. The mother did not take them for swimming. She had her arguments against this. I said that if my husband had to choose between whom to save from a sinking ship, since I did not know how to, he had no choice, and said that we will teach the children to swim and he will save me from the sinking ship. At first, the girls did not know how to swim at all. Moreover, they did not imagine how a person could stay afloat on the water and not be afraid of it. We called them waterfowl ducks because all they thought about was the swimming pool all day long. But several months later, 6-year-old Nastya and 5-year-old Liza did not stay long in any of the groups of swimmers. The girls learned to swim so quickly that they had no equals in their age group. They swam with the first sports groups for 2 days. They came in last place. Then after 2 days, they both came in first place among their rivals. The sisters became mature athletes in swimming very quickly. There were so many victories that due to their young age, they did not even understand what the figures of milliseconds meant. We swam the first 25 meters 2 laps at 25. The first lap I swam in 1 minute and 9 seconds. The second one, a second quicker. When I came into the dressing room, I cried because I thought the results were worse than the first time. The year is 2014. 6-year-old Liza is competing with the senior group. It's amazing, but the girl beats children who are 2 years older than her. After that, she became the champion of the Donetsk Oblast in swimming at 2 distances among participants born in the year 2005. I then swam the 100-meter set in 1 minute and 47 seconds. Despite this, my coach scolded me because my time had worsened. Due to the fact that she had achieved great success at a very early age, she swam at the speed of light and began achieving results that nobody else in her age category had done. She had invincible self-confidence. But the thrill of victory was overshadowed by unforeseen circumstances. This was a test of strength of the family, and they had to find a way to survive. In the sisters' hometown of Donetsk, the war broke out. After the referendum was held and the so-called DPR was proclaimed, the family realized that their children would have no future in Donetsk. Given the circumstances, they quickly decided to move to Kyiv. I was 7 years old when I was told that we had to move due to the fact that the war had begun. Under the pretense that we were going to a sports camp, we took the children there. We left, and since then we were never again back in those parts. The family took only documents and, of course, the swimming suits of the 2 sisters. At that moment, I wanted to take all the toys with me, but we had so many, so my mother decided to take a toy or 2 from Donetsk, and that's all. It was very dangerous because they were shooting and took away vehicles, but we had no items of value at all, so they had nothing to steal from us. In Kiev, the family started from scratch. The members of the family did not even have an extra pair of shoes or underwear. Maybe we were the craziest of the people who left Donetsk because we were looking for an apartment near a swimming pool. After a month of searching for a place to live, we found no options at all. In other words, we left Donetsk and came to absolutely nothing. But while the parents were thinking of survival, the girls worried that as a result of the move to Kiev, their swimming career might come to an end. I already understood that, and I was scared. I was scared to stay without a place to live and without a swimming coach. It was a very difficult period for them because they were children. When they were leaving, the whole world collapsed for them. They panicked and burst into tears. But I think they somehow managed to cope with the hardship. For several years, the girls have been swimming with USSR Master of Sports Vadim Chebatyarov, but in 2014, a Master of Sports of Ukraine in swimming, VYACHESLAV SEMHAYKIN, a world champion in the Masters category, found the sisters on the internet. Since then, he's not just been a second coach, but an inspiration. I offer them things they do not get much of in basic classes. I propose original exercises that will help them in swimming, and I give psychological support. I teach how to think, how to behave, and how to be strong, and how to keep moving forward in the swimming pool and in life in general. Coolness and stubbornness are attributes that helped make these girls become the owners of the top spot in the first adult swimming class. It is not only the patience you need, but to withstand the burden, the physical pain, and the pressure of rivals. But sometimes there are worse situations when you let your hands down. I'm upset when I show poor results in competitions. It is shameful for me. I say, that's it, I do not want to swim anymore, but then everything falls into place. The higher the level, the more this happens. There will be moments when you want to surrender and give up. At this moment, the main task is to not break down. Nastya also went through certain disappointments, but the girl came to life, and today she has more than 50 gold medals in her awards case. She's the leader in swimming among her peers in Ukraine and in Europe. I understand perfectly well how hard it is for them today, because swimming is not a team sport, but rather an individual sport. Even for any adult, it is psychologically difficult to withstand this sort of thing. I just take off my hat to her. A monument should be put up for these girls, as they went down a hard path. This is hard to believe, but Liza in her 10 years has about 150 gold medals. She's the #1 swimmer not only in Ukraine but also in Europe in her age category, and is even ahead of younger swimmers who are a year older than her. Liza swims very well for her age, and children like her cannot swim as well as she does. Thanks to her talent, Liza quite often wins many medals. She swims faster than all the girls ever swam in the history of independent Ukraine. In Ukraine, the girls have no competitors, so they go to competitions abroad. In addition, the 10-year-old Liza, in her achievements, overtook her father by 10 years. My younger sister is close to candidate for a Master of Sports. I earned a degree of Master of Sports University. The mother escorts her daughters to all competitions. She's the best friend and the main critic. The girl's mother believes that her main task is opening the window of opportunity for her children. How the girls will take advantage of this opportunity is up to them. When the children began to swim, it was a perfect madness. They did not want to leave the pool. They asked to come work out once again. Like any parent, I'm proud of my girls. Not every child achieves such results. I'm certainly very proud of them because I know how much effort it takes to achieve what they achieved. I'm a very happy mother because I can be proud of my children not only as swimmers. I am very proud that they are good human beings and they're achieving a lot in sport thanks to what their moral fibre goodness and strong health. These little girls every day from year to year spend most of their free time in the water. Even if you are fragile and tender, you must wake up early in the morning. After all, water for the girls is their calling from Mother Nature. The training is highly demanding. It lasts from 2 to 4 hours a day and 5 to 6 days a week. It's very important. It's a system. When we create this schedule here, the child gets used to the same exercises at the same time. And sometimes, just like any teenagers, they want to sleep longer in the morning. You know, when you sleep, Dad comes in and says it's time to get up, it's workout time. He's active. I turn on the light. Of course, I feel sorry for them because it's very early to swim at 6 in the morning. Besides the full sports schedule the girls should stick to, they need to find time to study, earn good grades in school and be distracted by other things that bring pleasure. Drawing calms them and gives them inspiration. Active entertainment is strictly forbidden for the girls. They very rarely even get a chance to go bike riding, and it is only if they are accompanied by parents or adult neighbours. There are many tough restrictions for the girls in terms of entertainment because any injury can throw them off their routine and only time can heal. So ice skating, rollerblading, skateboarding and gyroboarding are strictly forbidden. Liza already had a bitter experience on a gyroboard. She rode on it, fell on the pavement and sprained a ligament. The competitions were scheduled to be held 3 weeks after her accident. We were offered an option with a flexible cast. This was a cast that could be taken off. The child in the light regime swam for a week before the competition. Then she took off the cast, dove into the pool, and she swam to yet another victory. But there are more stringent restrictions for children who are constantly engaged in professional sports. They should not fall ill, they should be absolutely healthy. They are cautious about anything that could prevent them from swimming, even without our observance. The Yermishin sisters cannot imagine their lives today without swimming. Sport is my life, it's practically everything in Kiev and from Donetsk. For me, swimming is my golden ticket to a normal life. The first time Liza said to me, you know, the day that I live without a swimming pool will be an empty day for me. That's when I realized that it was serious. Nastya and Liza believe that they are very lucky to have one another. The two sisters, born a year apart, are very happy spending their time and doing everything together. I do not imagine how to live without a sister. To be alone, it's boring. Liza swims faster than I do at certain distances. My main goal is to try and overtake her. This is what we call sparring partners. The sisters engage in sparring not only between each other, they also compete with their coach, who is a world swimming champion. They're not yet equal to him, but they hold their own. The girls are very talented, definitely. This talent needs to be developed. I believe that in no case we should give up, no matter how hard it might be. I'm sure that they will have a great future in swimming, if they themselves want to achieve such heights. In the future, the girls see themselves in swimming. I want to become a coach so I can train children and produce Olympic champions. And Liza believes that sport is not just temporary childhood fun. She dreams of building her swimming career and in the future turn her favourite hobby into profitable business. I want to make a name for myself. I want to earn money by swimming. I want to become the Olympic champion and earn big money from advertising and make this my future career after I retire from swimming. And the main thing is that these young girls, migrants from the occupied Donetsk, are proud of their country. It is important for them to prove that Ukraine is a strong country which will give worthy competition. Ukraine can give a good start for the future to those who have a dream. So that its flag can also flutter at the Olympics, so that the whole world can hear our national anthem, and so that Ukraine can win first place in the Olympics. Yes, I will raise Ukraine 100%, and I will show that Ukraine is the best and has a lot of extremely talented children in all spheres. Daring and talented, brave and restless, independent and happy. These children are the bright future of Ukraine.